I know Cheyenne, Jade, you guys kind of took the reins planning this one. You said everyone was invited. I'm curious for everyone here, is there anyone you wish had made it that didn't, or are you okay with maybe some people not being there this time around?
Honestly, I feel like we were the hostess with the mostest. I think this was the best, most successful. You're so welcome. Uh, but honestly, I feel like the more the merrier. So, hopefully, if we ever get the chance to do this again, we have more people that show up and it switches up the dynamic. Cause me, I love a little messy TV. I love a little juicy, a little fun. I love extra people, different people. So I think the group that came in and the people that came in through the middle of the show, I feel like we all got along really well. I think there was some hiccups and some awkward moments with people that came, but by
Yeah.
the end of it, I feel like we all have our own individual relationships with different people that we love, but as a group, I feel like we truly really bonded and we really did love each other at the end of this.
Anyone else want to chime in on that?
No, I agree. I agree with Jade.
Yeah. And now, is there anyone you were surprised said yes? Because this is, the first time we're having the guys join as well. I'm curious just how hard it was maybe to talk some of them into going. I don't know, Zach, if you want to talk a little bit about that as well, just your experience kind of being thrown into the greater Teen Mom world with everyone.
Yeah, it's a very different experience for me, especially this show that we just did. We're outside international in Colombia and we're all in a house together. The other two previous ones were different. We all had our separate rooms. So this
Yeah.
time was a little different. I'm a little upset Devoyne didn't get to go. I feel like he's kind of
Mm.
stepped out and that's my dog. So I was mad he wasn't there. But overall, it was a great experience.
And for the rest of you, what was it like, or having the guys around full time this time? Maybe not Briana. It looks like you're on the prowl. I'll get to that in a second.
He does get left out.
It was messed up.
I do wish Devon was there too.
Okay, well, when we do it again and plan it again,
Go make
Devon will.
It's the point. It's the point in Austin.
But no, what was the question?
No, I'm sorry.
Fun having the guys there. I feel like the
yeah.
guys add a different dynamic than the girls do. Us girls, we can be a little petty, a little catty, a little drama filled. I think the guys all like get us to come back to like reality, and they're like, let's just have fun, or let's do this like activity based. So I feel like the guys always add a different dynamic than the girls.
For sure. I don't know about my husband is a drama king. But behind closed doors, he loves a little gossip and we're listening to everything. Everyone, we're on top of each other. So, and for one, I'm nosy. At least I can admit it. I love to other people's business. I love to see what's going on. So, but I feel like out of a good place, like not out of coming from a malicious place, but coming from like a concern, like caring kind of place. And plus, when we're all living on top of each other, it's impossible not to be in each other's business. We can hear you argue. We can hear you have sex. We can hear you take a shit. Everything. But
I think there's a couple of times where Zach and I's ears were pressed against the door.
Of course, listening in.
I feel like everybody was kind of tuning into everybody's business.
Yeah.
Everyone was very vulnerable too, but it was also a good experience because we knew everybody's, nonsense. I don't want to say the other word. And everybody helped each other. Like if I heard them arguing, I'm gonna go over there and I'll be good. What you need some help. How can I help you?
Agreed.
We had a lot of guidance. We had a lot of people to lean on in there, which I liked.
Yeah. And for Cheyenne and Zach, what was it like having Cory and Taylor there? I know you guys have great friendships outside of this. We've seen it on previous seasons, but being thrown into a trip together, obviously, I love my friends too, but when we're sharing a house, things get a little different. So what did you have any reservations about going into it with that, I guess?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's great. We co-parent great, but at the same time, we co-parent great living in two separate homes. Like we don't need to live in the same house together. And now I could reach out and touch Taylor's arm. Like if she reached to me, where our rooms are that close.
Well, we can jump across the street and we're at their house.
Yeah. We live like 5 minutes apart now, so now we're real neighbors. But I would say living in the same house with them, I was nervous because I did not want it to change our dynamic back home. And there was no hiding each other's dirt. Like at home, I don't put my nose in their business of their relationship, and vice versa. They don't put it in ours. but in this house, it was impossible to not like.
Things got messy.
I know way too much about their relationship now. They probably know way too much about ours. And I will say I was a little nosy. I do think I pressed my ear against the door a few times to hear the argument.
But I think people would argue or bring something up like while we're all sitting at a table and we're like, ooh, and it would get messy real quick. And it's like we're already in your business because you brought it all out and we're all sitting here eating. Like, so it's like can't hide. It was
nobody's
different.
Judging anybody.
Nobody.
We all go.
Yeah.
So
and not everyone has a perfect day.
Yeah. Everybody there has a moment.
Yeah.
I will say it was nice to hear you all talk about in the first episode, just wanting them to feel welcome and, feel part of this Teen Mom family, because they've always kind of been, adjacent, I guess. And does it feel like they are fully kind of integrated with the rest of the cast now?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
They're in there.
Hi, Taylor. We
All right,
were
Brian,
actually
good.
just talking about you. We were just talking about you. All good things. I think everyone was happy. They're saying, you're fully integrated into the cast now. They're happy you were able to come. Obviously, everyone, I think, now knows a little bit more about you and Cory's relationship than they did going into it. But I'm curious, for you, what were your reservations coming into this world in, a totally different way?
So I think it was mainly just because everybody knew each other already. Everybody's been working together for years and years and years. And then here I come, hi, So that was my biggest concern is just everybody already having their friendships and just not really fitting into that.
Was there anyone you were maybe concerned about sharing space with or on the flip side, excited to meet for the first time?
Yeah, there was nobody I was concerned about. It was just, I was just going to feel almost awkward in a way. But nobody that I was concerned about. I've done TV shows kind of like this, so I kind of know. But yeah, and then I was just excited to get to know everybody because I don't know anyone besides Shy and Zach. So I was excited to meet everybody.
And now, Briana, I think you are coming in as a single this time. I think you're one of the singles that shows up.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? It looks like you maybe even meet some guys out on the town.
You're funny.
I've seen the footage.
I've seen the footage.
He's seen more than we
He
have.
said you can't lie.
I'm not gonna
There
lie.
is video.
Oh, there will be lots of footage of me doing some things. But overall, I had so much fun. And going in there, I wasn't necessarily nervous because all the couples, they don't make it awkward for me. I don't feel like I'm third wheeling anything. I'm just able to just be there and they just take me all in. So it was just a good experience overall. Would I do it again? 100%. I would do it again, all over again in a heartbeat. But yeah, I had a good time.
I mean, watching the trailer for the season, it looks like everyone had a good time. The drinks were flowing, I think, more than they have in past seasons.
Yes.
For better or for worse, I think,
giving
right off the bat.
Yes.
But
Way too many
what,
drinks.
I guess, was that vibe like this time around for everyone?
It was turned up.
It was good. It was party
It
vibes.
reminded me of college, being in college and being around, it made me feel young again. It made me feel like I'm in my 20s. It made me feel seen as a person. We're on a show about being parents, so I feel like we're only looked at in one perspective. So this show being old, OG house reality, MTV style, and all living together under the same roof and being able to be ourselves and bond with each other, and we get to be us, truly us, not surrounded by children or making our whole lives are about our kids. Essentially, we never really have our own time. So I think this was us being able to just live in the moment, have our own time, have fun with each other, make new friends. It was great. It was truly amazing.
Teen Mom has never done anything like this before. So you guys are going to be
I want to
pleasantly
apologize
surprised.
in advance for some of the content. But I mean, I'm telling you now, it's better. We did a better job than any other season before.
Yeah.
So
I'll say it looks like they had to work on some censoring this time around visually.
It's a blur.
blurs.
Yes.
And, speaking of, I guess, showing some skin, Tyler's OnlyFans comes up in the first episode. Everyone kind of talks about it. I think he said he pulled in more than 6 figures and is always in like the top 1% of creators on there. Just what do you all think about his foray into that world? Are any of you subscribers?
Definitely not a subscriber. If you guys can send me my clip pool so I can start one. It's very good.
You will not be starting.
I don't think we knew. So as soon as he came, we were asking all these questions and we were like, it's bare dick. Like we thought it was,
yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah. So we thought it was like, maybe like, I don't know what we thought it was, but yeah, we found out a lot.
Rated.
I didn't know it was, it was definitely, I made me see a different side of Tyler. I was like, oh my God, you're bad.
So none of you are going to get your guys doing it too, though. Managing, pimping them out, as it were.
No, it's a no from us.
And, I'm curious for Taylor. I know there's a lot of engagement talk right off the bat on the show, also some drama. I'm just curious, did this trip together kind of make you more or less ready to take that next step? And what is taking so long, I guess, is also the question.
That's a question for Cory. But
yeah,
where's Cory? Put Cory on.
He's with our children, but
fair.
But I think it helped us, honestly. I really do. I think it helped him more so because I was already there. But yeah, I think it was helpful for us. And I think that the questions about engagement just kind of come from everybody wondering like what's going on, because it's been so long. So obviously we kind of knew going into it that everybody was going to ask about that. So yeah.
And probably will all day today as you're doing press. But thank you all for your time. Can't wait to see the rest of the season. And it's always a pleasure speaking with you all.
Bye.
Thank you.